We were invited by members of parliament in the U.S. House of Representatives to attend the 76th prayer breakfast that started by President Eisenhower in 1953. And we were invited as from the House of Representatives to attend this year's edition of the National Prayer Breakfast. And we had people from that parliament who visited our Nigerian National Assembly. And from our meetings, we were invited to say, let us come and experience how people of all faiths come together since they're in government to pray and commit the year to God Almighty to help us to do our work as people who represent different constituencies and those who are in the executive who are charged with the policies to run effective government work. Yeah, it's not an official trip, so to speak. So I and my wife made savings towards it because we were invited, like I said, last year. So we had almost a year to save and set apart. The date is statutory every year, every 5th and 6th of February. Every other year is when they do the National Prayer Breakfast in the U.S. Parliament in America. Yeah, being in Parliament or being in government has its characteristics. And number one characteristics of being in office is a thankless job. And so we are not expectant of anyone giving us admirations. What Nigerians want to see is results. And we have drawn models, successful models that we have seen that has worked around the world to say, okay, these same successful models, how can we apply them to our story in Nigeria? And so it's not by sitting down and having wishful thinking. It's not by complaining about our budget cycles, because the Nigerian budget system now is running an envelope system. And whatever is not in that envelope in any year, you can't get funded. And so what do? People have needs every other day. People have projects that need to be done in the constituencies every other day. If it doesn't get into your budget cycle, do you sit down and say, I wasn't provided appropriation to do my work? No, it's to think out of the box, have relationships with other governments, have relationship with other institutions that have set goals that bring about different levels of development. So we have approached private NGOs who have women, the girl child education, women empowerment, people with disabilities support, social development, rural development, agricultural development, all the different aspects that we see that will have effects in our own local communities is what we've come to team up to partner with people. First, share ideas, have knowledge, and then seek partnerships for those that can come and train, come and teach us. Yeah, it was invigorating. He has a lot of, for his age, a lot of steam. And so we that are younger ones see that we shouldn't get tired at this point. We need to have even more steam that he has to run government. I'm just a legislator, and I've seen how he has related with the National Federal Assembly here. And so that speaks to how we should have a relationship with our own presidents to ensure his agenda for the people